yard area. The Spurs right. Well, still hasn't nailed it. 2 clean sheets at home in their last 21 matches. That is pretty wonderful. Dead set with the throw. He could throw on one, and he does. Sent it to the side by Sanderberg. And Cicero plays it off with Jallison. Level over for a goal kick. 17 sheets out of 21. It really is dismal. Didn't forget, and still goals at SL. Solid against PSG. And another 2-0. Since 11 goals. Just over 2 matches. Straight from his sideline. He's shot similarly there's somebody in his happy man. Pick them all up. In their thought, he said it. It's going to tell you he's up the line again. Good movement from Wilson. See if he can confident. Kente. And to Joachim Anderson. Anderson. To Kelvin Bessie. And C plays it up to the halfway line. Lovely touch from Jimenez. And it won't be. And they're bracing again, there, Fulham. Karzik circled. Third play across the box. In the horns. Is he ready for it? Given the goal kicker report. There's that lovely back tip by Jimenez. And it won't be at least. What is he? Ran into the penalty area. And then got changed the challenge in. Well, actually, then goes to Grell. Doesn't get the film. Hits him on the arm. Chukwueze goes to put the cross in. It's blocked him away for Calden. Weird to win. Was even lucky why then. It's just a corner. Then it comes into the penalty area. The cut snaps at it. What is he doing? He keeps ranking the shot. He's not thinning. He's leaving outside the post. Gives the flag. The time inside 10 minutes. Spurs are all over it, place. Why is he stepped inside his lad? Yipki Pendits in this far corner. The outside of the post. Doria breaks his defenders. And not getting well pressure on the ball. But him for the shot. This guy's. This could be a horror story in the south. Pedro Coro. Written to vicinity. He's throwing it forward, presses it in. Get Anderson. Gets it away from his penalty area. Signor plays it up the line. Wazy is beaten to it quite dead, so. Archie Gray. Some of that at Curious. This was Signor. She's like Pedro Coro. He must not the dancer. They think the ball just before they did from dancer to Van der Ven. The Destiny Doggy. There now gets the touch. Spurs just trying to get some passes together. Pedro Coro lost one into the penalty area. Richardson reached it. Took getting a power behind the netter. Left the more off the shoulder than the head. It's an easy catch for Bert Leno. Goodness, what a stir. From Fulham. Amazing stuff. And there's another ball into the channel. Mario this time does but should have done last time. Belts the ball into the stands. Close again. And I'll have done that 5 minutes ago. Score could only be 1-0. As you did with best toe. Beating have a throw. Be a solid, they're right. Where Tetty. The thrower. The Delta sit out and play. Another throw to Fulham. Trorio. Assumes defence out. He's probably crossing his own bit out as well. Stood be pretty scrambled. Give them the events of the first few minutes. From instance if they had a bird though. Not played in by this new doggy who turns to bird those is what choice do I live really. See which will throw the ball in again. Who said the 4? Fulham. One didn't quite come off from Raul Jimenez, but there's one in there. Giving it to Wilson. Why is he outside him? What is he? Motion it there to Wilson. This shot's blocked. Then Lynn again. Just kicking it to get involved. They could penalise for a handball. Yeah, it's still got it. Double shot roll there as the cross down in. Stadium on the hand end. Danger. At least there. Passes for Tottenham. They are readied. All over the place. Certainly all over the place. And they dare to sort themselves out. Here's Kevin Dan, so the Austrian international. So needs experience in that line of Spurs. He did it at the moment. Should be straightened this hope from the home of people criticised because that play was either the death strip or not as aggressive or similar thinking as Spurs fans would like it. But maybe that's the least of their worries at the moment with their things in over the shot. Raul Jimenez picked up that ball far too easily. Out wide to Chukwueze. He wants it to get. He didn't get it, but well, Russian by one. Lays it on, but Jimenez fits it. The third's up. Put quite tight once again. Chukwueze doing it straight offside from the first pass. Yeah, it was just done too early. I had to hold his run. The Chukwueze, but I thought succeeded doing so. So Fulham are really on the boil here. Chukwueze. Sharon Nigerian is a 61 loan from AC Milan. Option to buy. The 61 times from Nigerian. 7 goals. So the experienced international. Then one in his mid-20s. He's not sharp in his early minutes here. Event for Spurs. Over the halfway line. Anderson jumps for Charlison. Here the first at nearly every ball with the Oden. Tetty Musia crowded out by Paulinia. We wanted to show the Spurs with only a few challenges. It's Spurs have won in this first 15 minutes. It was Milton 2. They're on the first playing on the open service and the flash short end. Gets to New Doddy with his right to Spurs. Big Winston to Silboa. Odom Worley. Stepped away. And Fulham instead of the bird. Spears has done it though with third Val. Pitches it to his right. That right into it. Watchlive is there permitted a foul. Down Chukwueze. Eastbound Watchlive, of course. Grandson of the Pride. This team with even bigger Leeds legend behind the kilts, Eddie Gray. It's really League's academy. Doing well at Leeds to City to come to London. See at the dirt. Hopes another man Schroeder picks up Gibbs King. Didn't want to that one. Spears attempt to break clear, but they lose it again. This plays a lovely ball out to Chukwueze. Chukwueze hit the leg at the line just yet, Senor. Hit road 4-0. Hit ball to block that is in the way. With this, holds it up. Gives it row. 16 yards from the halfway line to the far side. Spurs right. Head trade 4-0 to take. Front into Kudus. Kudus just sends it square. And then moving still this new Dobby's out at halfway line. You can build to that 10 touchline. He ran into Kenny Tete aimed down the ball away. Wilson plays it forward. And King is thumbnailed over. Shoot halfway line. Sits off out Douglas. It's the teenager. Walker Silver been very nappy with what you've seen so far. We'll just be wary of giving Spurs and let's out back into the game. See him if it tugs it. That's it so far. Earlier they've scored twice, but they're dangerous other than that too. King was a late challenge. Joachim Anderson. Relay challenge from Charlton. Or was it third down then? Bill. Peters only lectures from Stuart Atwell. You've been left in a deep. Yeah, that's for Maureen. Well, he said he stood on Joachim Anderson. So, he did come in at much pace. Sure, you think he come in two-footed or anything. You can tell what the youngster's trying to do. He wins the change of momentum of the day, and he wants to win a challenge because Stone's up 1 and he was late. VAR are going to get 2 involved in that one. Stuart Atwell decided didn't even merit a yellow card. Well, I was surprised about that. I would assume that was a yellow card. And apparently got. It's a free kick to Fulham. She's been touched to Bergletto. He has to get rid of it before Charlton seizes upon the ball. Really particularly well. Gets it. Look at the sideline on the halfway. For a throw to Spurs. Was a lucky boy to have stopped a yard card there. Expected that event. You know, we did, so square for Van der Ven once more. Just this new doggy. Throws it up the line. To Tete, who's in the way. We should get the Sandy Bird. Take that to Joachim Anderson, who seems to have recovered from scattering challenge of Birdbell. Sipion bids it in on the far side. Spears what it done. It's the challenge. Now, Kudos to run forward. It's Channel from Charlton. He attempts to cross. Emerson's in the way, but it's Fulham with Spurs. Is it really the first we've seen? Spurs, the checking loan. They'll almost corner the way through the game. Just there, cooled it. Friendly right hand side to Spurs. Put it in, Sweden. Lindsay followed for this. It is TJ. Here it comes. Wide into the meat of the area. Inched away by Robert himself. He was going to be in again. It's standing away. Yes, so by Tete. It's near Dobby's playing last man, just in front of the centre circle. There's Poro. Roger Kunis, that's a Poro again. That was really play by the two of them. It's this once more. They spied Nielsen, placed that to Poro. The Pinglesierry. Away again, that's Tete. Poro heads it in the front of the Kunis. Laid there to distance the doggy. Alino. Poro once more. With the spot on the touchline. Threatens to swing in left footed. It runs up Harry Wilson. Now he's lost another ball in the air. Phones off Joachim Anderson. Just clears the crossbar. They come in anyway. Vicky took a snick off another. He seemed took a snick off Thursday. Probably real City and Anderson. So stuck out the leg. Over the top of the bar. Just a pressure from Spurs. Oh, stick comes another corner. Just no idea. I let him. Big now. It did. Transfer that ball. He's reached the ball ahead of Sersignol on their snapped hand touchline. Then he got a billet ball in, the Frenchman. Spinning into the penalty area. It's took the hold for another corner. England corner for Spurs. Chevrolet's at the TottenhamHotspurStadium. It's a white one for a corner. It's a throw rod by the Plymouth Jag. It's looking right dead, so open with Prelim ball. So it's almost as a corner, really. There comes down, so puts it in. Wide by Dylan, back to the thrower. It's plays back into the penalty area, but Fulham intercepted. It's a run cleared. It's a with a few yards out the pitch. The check will come in. Fulham have cleared. Kyrgios is then. Needed Clinton and rails. Yeah, free kick. To Fulham. This to the Evan Peltron from. He didn't kill us. He just literally pushed him in the side and pushed him over. He's searching the sequel at that stop. Lofted it. What are you doing? Didn't. Couldn't take it in. As he wanted that. Just signs that they're finding a little bit of solid momentum here. Just for you, doggy. That's to the penalty area. Heading all back to Burnville. Now swings it from left to right. Head for Porro. That's Fletcher easy. Side lofts it into the penalty area. Headed away by Kevin Bassey. Chips it down by Mickey Van der Ven. Van der Ven, so that's to his right. Porro. Through this. There's a little bit of space. Nice trip to Gray. He's had a nice stop. Gray tries a shot. Always leading away from the goal. Respect from Stairs. Hitching the strings of passes together. Didn't keep it very good going. And I think there's still a bit they say, but in these early minutes. It remains Spurs nil thing 2. As we flip up to 25 minutes here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the FulhamMatch Live audio commentary service. I think there's the state. It's the high pitch, Sheriff Shaw. Then, but the inside intact and check one easy. Guns it. The camera should stay in the fraction. And was done it. It's on by Dibonese. Ship up there already of Penryn. It's a poor touch. Where check what is it? Better in the van, built better. Built the challenge in. And then it's to clear the ball line. All shade in circle, shoot ways he knows it. Goes to all the nerves, and that was a chance to sim the round before on turn. The empty Anderson says, I'm sure it missed me sail. For his, the treat that it was he. Down the vein, it's just a double pitch, using the dome. Ways he knows he should have scored. Then he takes over the throw. It's it there from Dibonese. He was back to Joachim Anderson. Like that to Berg Lennon. Mills in, if to regret that moment. Well, Spurs produce a fight that which surprised Philip the many points. And some of the points they handed them over. Ways he's after this one as well. He's pushed inside and given away free kick. So it's taken the free kick quickly, almost before he got to his feet. Which ways he needs to get his head back on. Didn't know that was a glaring miss. Stu, Dennis Stoker's back because he is causing the Spurs back line. All sorts of problems. Speeding off the flips of him it is. Through the finding will to get it. Let's into that. They're going to find more chances yet to seal this game. Let's have them on as they can deep things defensively tighter than they have as late. Porro, the Spurs. It's an awful error by Headme. Didn't get onto the ball properly at all. Only man shrugs off King. Wears it out wide. Comes in from Tete. Well, he tried to take it round the goalkeeper. The man was there to get us hit on the ball. Through Boyd. Sound leaving there. Handed him in as well as he got up. Second done him some as well. Mr. Charlesy. Johnson is done over. What going there, see? Keep the Spurs. New shot in both. It's left of centre. Kubis will get himself onto it. Big man will come up from the back. Line of players now on the 18-yard line as self-denouncements. They will be trying to make sure that they don't get too deep. Spurs will be trying to find some gaps to get themselves a goal back. 28-0 minutes goal. TottenhamHotspurStadium on the FlashBall audio commentary service. Spurs now Fulham 10. Pedro Porro floats to take the free kick, but leaves it to Kunis. Lifts it in. Penny up in the air by Spurs. Wayne May Anderson, who then kicks it inside by Van. And shoots nailed at him. Spokes a bit of a run. Johnson corners the two. Bit the Van out of the way. I think a turn is out. A yard card is out for Vicky Van der Ven. Hey, Jenny and John Joachim Anderson. Well, the goal had been challenged a few minutes ago. New stairway at the top with a yellow card. I think Anderson's asking whether it should be worse than that. Now, each with an arm is Van der Ven. His thigh elbow. Yellow colours the right decision. It's his third yellow card of the season for the Dutchman. And Kim Anderson is perplexed. He's suggesting that Spurs are getting away from the end too much. Stuart, well, is did not impressed. He's moved back to the centre of the pitch, ready for this free kick. Be taken by Leno. Had he been warm enough to be careful for the rest of this game. One free kick. He will make Milanese, flipped away by Dead, so now the Bessie needs to give us to it, but it only falls for his third now. Swede sends it square to Van der Ven, but it's over the halfway line. To say the challenge wasn't worthy of a red. Shit to Anderson, who he left on the floor, was not good. Suggestive Anderson was cheating, which he certainly wasn't. Porro's attention called into the box, he blocked by Chip Lazy. Meal into Sutton, deeper in it's up again. Here it is, Fezit. Oh, he's stealth-throwed it. Stealth-throwed it. He's hit it easy, Neil, let's give it up. He was thinking of throwing it in quickly. His Chip Lazy had made it rather forward. I think he thought better of it. Went to stop, and the ball came out of his hands anyway. So that was very badly for the Mexican. Big gold medalist. Mexico ball laid that in in 2012. No them and this. Spread these striker's star began to shine. It's we went forward. Run by Calais Moali, but that seems the ball well. But sure it didn't reach the Frenchman. Second clear now. Touchline. Played by Porro. It's thrown to Fulham, which again is in their step about taking cricket, then changed his lines. And that's some Milos throw this one in. He's really guilty of another foul throw. It's Frank. Good one, serious. This striker, 30 of this parish. Penny Sheringham watching more than 24 goals in 7 appearances for Spurs. They've been impressed with what you've seen so far. One, Teddy. Who's the league winner was there. She was in course, Penny Sheringham. Second, should learn he knows he did. Still the equaliser. Bit thought of the day from side, I think. So shot where it's stoppage done. Joachim Anderson gets to him more. Calais Moali once again. That was it back to Leno. Meanwhile, Elks and Kenny Tete. Swites Bernveld to Elkins Road. Fulham seem to have survived that little period where it is not being lamented, darling. It's secret to almost stay out of that. It's our league. Shells that one from foot. See what we Tete. Since you've said one away to Paulina. This Tunis. Get down, so. Sends a Porro. Runs his head halfway line. Stops his run. Seats it out to the right and touchline. Then Kudas is being pursued that to himself halfway line. To Mickey down the van. Rolls it into the centre circle. And so to Kudas. Lena. So again. It's Mickey down the van. It's Birdville. It's who's back to Van der Ven. The Steve Wall, Jimenez will fire off Fulham to really put the pass under pressure. Heads only all the way back to Vicario. Needs to be careful with his distribution. This to the Ven. And then plays it forward to Alan Warley. He sent it on to Richarlison. That's the third challenge in, the Spurs still have it. There's Steve Doggy. There's two. The tag is up against him. Another Spurs attack breaks down. I'm not sure about that. Sure that was offside. There are the right to question there. The official. Nevertheless, it's been given. Sim thought to within 10 minutes of the interval with a 2-goal lead. It's like a free kick into the Spurs half. Jimenez tried to head it into the path of Chukwueze. Then you look behind him and up for a Serrano. Did shrink the halfway line on the far side. Round into Kudas. Kudas left the third now. Bell. He's under his spell. And he's outside the foot pass to Kudas. Kudas down to them. It's going to Richarlison. Let's find the Brazilian. Come Fulham again. Being inside to Wilson. Wilson on the edge of the penalty area. Looking to find him in a ring. Yes, the Dobby shoves him under. Shangdi to Shangda, said the referee. But it's an L. Sometimes the turret breaks down. Yeah, down. Gets out. This thing. Mid-red Porro. The lines of colour and Wiley. At least by, don't see. Thus he gets. Go aside of him. Shangdi strength. Over Wiley sails him. By the assistant. It was literally a yard from the incident. Yeah, that's fair enough. Step for DFL. Free kick to Finn. It left that area. Then the exchange of the Spurs. And it just comes across and will be Pelham Worthy. Yes, he is still down on the floor. Leno. For the knee in the back of the leg. Instead, I want to try and keep it moving. Just stiffen up at half time. As they sometimes can. To free kick into the Spurs half. Won by Jimenez, who what another header of down so over drops the Spurs though. Where can't do much with it. He's now retreating back into his own half and he lost the ball. Jetting your pleasure forward to Jimenez. Exchange games with him, third so good, zone one. To Porro. Fires it forward onto the chest of Paraguay. Charlison gives it away though. Spiller's pocket, hold of the ball. Chukwueze, the King. Nixon help out there. Repeat it though. But Chimney. What is it? Three for Chukwueze again. Wazy on the left side of the box. Can he get a pressing? He does. Jimenez goes for it. Teddy behind to a corner kick. Van der Ven another flashy direction by the Dutchman. Well, it's up in it, those in this half. If he's net string there, everybody else could get that into the back of the net. The other end is there first. So, FullhamVsFulham. So, again, the third goal. They put Milva Shelic in this contest. Russians don't address the target. So, instead of being left seated, he'll Sweden. Here it comes. Into the fingertier. Joachim Andersen won the first header. Tete won the second. She'd ride to his on the four-touch line for a throw. Straight to Fulham, who's still pulling the tube there at the TottenhamHotspurStadium. Fabian Burrows for Spurs at half time, as it says on this. And sits in York. So you take this throw. Big net of speed. It's quite as long as he intended it to be. It had more fight than length. It was called. So that possession though. Big good Chileno. Lost swims it into the Spurs half. Didn't serve it so wide. It won't be forward. Student the shift kick to bring under his spell. Straight into the car, yeah. There's this new doggy. In his below now. You keep out of our news. He didn't pull off. Didn't dare so. He could pour out. So what's Archie Gray, who again filled a little bit of space. Gray. One more Pepsi, but he can't do so. Get a little one. 3-2 in 1D. It said the bird. Said the bird. 6-2. Joachim Andersen. There's Bessie to his left. So you be careful here. You could Toledo. The house hit shit forward. To Spurs possession though. So the bird permits a foul. Wings unloaded to the ground. To a free kick. This is the third position for Spurs. Bit too far out for a good dig, but shooting further out than I thought. Could be the quite midway into the corner north. You can see it again, then forward. 3-8 that. Not land of players on the 18-yard. On the edge of their 10-yard box again. Formidable shot he's going to deliver. With his right foot. Deep chip forward. Headed away by Wilson. Helped away further by Wazy. Fourth touch Jim. Still the Steve Derby. He does well. Big man. Big city man on their occasion. Then heads forward. He won't be. That's it under control. It's Joachim Andersen now. Why is he over the halfway line? They're out of play. This near side for a throw. 2 Spurs. Split points and Wells out of 18. The poke under Thomas Free. Should the last 4 matches using over 3.5 goals. Spend more as well. So Spurs, you're on the back foot again. Young whether the absence of Romero through suspension has prevented as contributed to their defensive fragility tonight. They've done. But that, so it's a pretty open deputy. Hang all over the place in that first 10 minutes for Spurs. There's Kudus though, looking to hit the Mercury contest. You rip it to the byline head. Sips in your ship, puts him away. Austin Perro though, dangerous. Doctor is from his foot. Yeah, this throw is dead, so back out wide on the right to Porro. Good bell feeds Kudus. Kudus was looking to play it to Archie Gray in a more central position. Didn't need to do it, don't need to give the ball away. It's a great deal. Hello, Buali. Let's pour from in. accessing Yorkers. We else the side of the pitch for a throw to Spurs. Super it, Smith stoppage started this for the still for Golding. Want to get to half time at 2-0. Spurs have stiffed. Fair Cloro. There's the Danso. Swings the ball in. Hooked up Ivor Jimenez doing his defensive jiggies. So the sort of doggy who should well first came in. Charleston didn't reach it. Bjornsson tidies up. Slide away to the halfway line. That's just over the head of King. Answer picks it up. Late pressure from Spurs in this first half. Chidler aimed this there side just in for the left-hand touch line of Spurs play. Denson. Kipora. He's giving it away to Chukwueze. Lizzie to Iwobi. Really lost it forward to the halfway line, off the chest of Danson though. Here's Chidray once more. Gray to Koontz on the right. To Gray. Gray can chip it in the box. Dangerously. Tete gets a head on it. Dobby picks it up to the left of the area. Faced Wilson. Back to the edge of the box. Learned him in. Tries a shot. Sends it into the crowd. He goes to his head. Well, before that shot, Spurs is expecting goals in this game was movement 1. He tells you. Then isn't where he did on it. It's them. The nuts that it's in. This particular half. Selling then. Chip goal lead. One of the FullMatch favourites in Fulham's starting guns. For goal to win, with Spurs still the pregnant favourites for this game. Eagerness to produce a mother and father of a comeback if they're going to win this one. But seeing as the thong roll badly, leads to the Spurs hole. Loose gets down under pressure from Danso. Do it, says referee Stuart Atwell. Shad's done up against Fulham. The free kick to Spurs, which they hit so tight. It's the third valve, and he's still left by 9. Moves a circle, faced by Wellesley. So gives you back to Van der Ven. Then so nil. Now Van der Ven once more. Van der Ven lets it clever ball. Charles who can take it in stride though. He walked it away. Fario. So the penalty error to Spurs. And so, Devine. Shoot pass to Carlina. Then now to Danso once more. We've played 3 minutes and Tottenham it all, and we've played one of them. TottenhamHotspurStadium on the national line on your commentary service. Your form 2. Gives there the goodness. Running forward, faced by third. Third down beside him. To goodness again. Previous jinking, twisting and turning. He gets across in. Wide by just 10. And then sends it to Ricky Van der Ven. Ray has it once more. Previous again will take on Sepsinio. Then he wings side of him that time. Hitting the belts. That's he cleared. And he boy. Him and he is into the path of King. King thinking sideways. Chukwueze. Side. To it won't be. Jonas and put him back to tackle him. He's ended up in a deep on the floor, but Spurs goes to wood. Hero into the box. Take the deflection, but no one's retrieved it. It's on to take the scoring. Jonas has picked himself up, but he's hung in the back of his knee. Yingping Riddle the Berkeley. It's needed bedside for Spurs either. Penalty injured probably in his tide is Richarlison. Hey, what that to be anything serious? Spurs strike just before the break. What win corner? In it comes left City. It's too far for everyone. Going up for a goal kick, and that will probably be in lost in the first half. Thank you very much. Spurs still wants to get in their hook toward Foley or whatever it is. They grab it at the top of the SpursStadium these days. What being big hard. Referees machines called for half time. Well, most of the thrills in this game took place in the first. Really, most of the 5 minutes, Ian wearing Frank. They held their way into the lead with a fine goal. 4.5 minutes were played when Wazy with a goal in the build-up. Fish being friendly left-hand side. Kenny Tedson ran onto it. It is short as deflected past the Courier. Boy, Destiny Bobby. There was an element of something good out there. The second goal was just a catastrophic error of Vicario. Ready to field the ball that was played into the channels of Jimenez. He took it away as the Mexican, ran into the stand. He tried to play it the left-hand touchline, presented it to Josh King. He knocked it out wide onto the touchline to Larry Wilson, but in union of the Courier was out his goal. Thrilled the boy into an unguarded net to make it so. With just 6.5 minutes on the clock. It had been for a calm-sided challenge that Mickey led the event on Serial Chukwueze after Edward Herrod made a mess of trying to defend Raul Jimenez. He split on. It might have been even worse for Spurs. He barely got a shot in England. Plenty for Thomas Fred to do at half time. Spurs 0, and I'm soon. Join us for the second half show. this competition. This would be his best move. Free kick the Spurs then. Still left in the area. Still trail 2-0. Don't forget. Kick. Trangataria over the halfway line. Then he forward by Betsy. Here's Iwobi now to Wilson. Wilson plays that to Joachim Anderson. Joachim Anderson gets onto his left foot. That's Bessie to a square again. Bessie back to Leno. No, Kids no Chelsea's. It's it low right footed. He isn't dead, so contest the ball. He so wins it. Gives it back to Dead, so. Maybe once more. As a win from right to left. As you think that Guani is and we're out to the left-hand side in the second half with Richarlison playing more at the middle. Third bound now down the left-hand side. It is quite pity Tete. Now later, Nil. Mickey got the bed. The dancer. His right is Pedro Porro. Porro is Kudus to his right on this random touchline. Inside again to Porro. Kudus once more. Senor sticking close. Kudus threatening to go outside, but goes back to Porro. Porro getting into the cross here. He's heading to the byline. Chidwa crossed it. Senor blocked it. Stage to the corner. Ray Brulson to the ball. There's some urgency. Spurs needing to raise their intensity and tempo. As Frank said, well, the David Instairs side had shown personality, character and aggression. Well, we've seen here David rushing from them, but we've not seen much personality so far. His character either. Gets him in the second half. His triggers through the corner. Dinsman's to their post. Why Leno? Wilson's onto it. Running away. They're away though. Ellerslie. This bonus. This thing from this near touchline. El leader. Splares a third down in the centre field. Centre of the full both. Dobie is with him. He's at the Poirot on this right hand side. Kudus on the right hand touchline. Still Rob Wilson. Gets his foot to it. This says the last touch. So curious that he gives Fulham the throw. First play with him, Kudus with Oil Soputh. Then he's always experienced to assist the ball wide. Ring to throw the ball in. Ahead of Jimenez on this occasion. Salt again by Fulham though. The Verdes being way as that. Closing up the line. We kick to Richarlison. Richarlison tries to get the ringside of Bessie. Reed put the ball away. Grab to Jimenez, but both these downs with Wilson plays it through. And his team stretching toward the cross here. Goes down under the challenge of Dixon. He's up again with the edge of the box. Spurs just about swivel it all away. They'll smother it back to the Courier. There's another chance there. Seems you put the gun to bed. Finish to do so. Lino picks up a long pass now. That's terrible seeing you dead between Richarlison and backseat. I think they both had arms swooped actually, to be fair. They felt him all the way to the halfway line. Then so shifts it down in front of him. Square pass for Archie Gray. Moving up to this right hand touchline. Hubis is once again got Juan Sessignon with close attendance. Doing his defensive duty as well. It's true to say Tickeran. Square to them to them. And then, up to the far side, it's the doggy. It was 10 minutes in the second half. Pills, Spurs nil, feed 2. Still on A3 for Spurs. It's their nil for Colo Buwani. One here with Richarlison, that Jokin had the city stroll. Sees off the danger, finds Wilson. Wilson tried to play inside through Wobie, did trap him. And Spurs to win the ball back. He's a bit more elegant. Aggressive and dead. And it's outside. Right on small. And later. It was a ball into this right touchline. Kudus killed it nicely first touch. It's a cross in, did Sessignon behind corner. Well, this is Spurs. Just signs that they may be cranking up the pressure a little. Boy, do they need to. Spread stuff in the wake and the end, though he's there make a triple substitution did. He's still pretty wait for the corner to be taken. Give me sticks it. Gets it back, swings it in. Joins the far post. Over everybody at Alfred Pig. That would be the cue from substitution, I think. See Benton Kerr. It's going to come on. Jeremy Seymour, the Dutch midfielder. He's going to make an appearance. He's just taking in one of these energy sachets as he listens to the instructions. Substitution still not made. Forward comes dead, so. Step away from his knocker. Ray gets it to Porro. Porro's cross. It did just wide. Just wide from Taiwan Watley. The Spurs press Johnson again. That name wasn't getting here because it was untold. It is to the spot. But it went just the wrong side and the post. Smith snares but went the goal. But I think it's particularly it's a damage. It didn't. Even how that more is asked. Dolphin, you wonder. Substitutions imminent. Is Porro Janus. Miro Boris the Wedge did this off. Seeing another cross. Takes a deflection of an Anderson for Hunt for a turn. Pressure is rising. With this multi-away record. Was finding themselves under the cosh here at the TottenhamHotspurStadium. Finlay seeing this pressure off. Football from your right. Well, sure that one was just having a word then. With EPLMatch, I think, to see if it is in Cable's Anderson's pen, but it didn't. Booker is taken, continued away at the near post. Morrow could put it that kid, or he could give it to Venus to do so. He's trying to find the able to the cross. He's got the one on. Did almost hit everybody. Third event down. And went to the far post. It's a good now. Forward. In fact, the Cougars on this right-hand touchline. Swings one in left footed. Path cleared. Shot turned in, it was clear. So they're on the touch now. Is Cougars. He fails a real shot. It's his fourth. Chip misses, produced the raise. And you just that goal was coming. The Cougars has put it home. Inside the near post. He couldn't keep it out. And Spurs are back in the contest. So if they got it, finish. That's one. 1-2. Yes. Right chest did it down in front of himself. That's so let me better than it yet for the overall functioning is good. The shot is better. Leonard was beaten by the poor. Didn't keep it out. Criticism for that says that he went for it, and they would. He should go for it left. It's been a deal. Spurs are back in the contest. He couldn't substitute, it's still been a open. Keep rise. Coming off. That's a turn down that in. Charlison's big withdrawn. It's what's that record against Fulham? It continues as Roy Gunnings against Fulham, and he's never scored against them. yellow man coming off his pal leader. It's occurred. So Richarlison a great Berlin or else Siebel, Ogdebeer, then to Curon. Spurs living at the deficit just before the hour. Now then, seeing third string. Well, Spurs will get the turnaround. Sunderland take that for 2 down, and there's a big ball of 3 goals to 2. He leads straight back from shootout of Manchester City. Only to end up losing 3-2 to force out the stoppish stud winner. So there's been some comebacks today for Spurs to engineer another one. 603 1 of those way. Siwobi. Well, I wonder if Chukwueze is now thinking about the opportunity to make it 3-0 in the first half. Then he's done. 6 side. I wonder if that'll be extensive. There, the moment. Could be. The Spurs in the comeback trial. And a throw. Darko Silvering in this conversation with one of his veteran staff. They convinced that his Spurs to come out swinging in the second half. Super dead over without the host to land a poach. It's John Mbassi to Joachim Anderson. It's annoying away back to Leno. Looking clear right footed and low. He does so. Looks in right then channel. Jimenez contests it with Destiny Udobi. Udobi is left to defeat. There's anything particularly wrong with the challenge from Raul Jimenez. There is Dale. His face. So I hit the challenge from Jimenez. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Jimenez, he's got his eyes on the ball, intending to play the ball. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Referee has a quiet word. Whether you can take contact out something together. It'd be boring game if you did. Then when Spurs had taken the free kick, just Kim and Dad so. Sent it square. Keep that in the moon. Javi Simol, his first contribution to the game. Sit back. Tim the key Van der Ven. Yeah, so now advances forms. With Van der Ven as he once more. Swings a move on left and right. Kudus takes it in beautifully. Hoops to take on Sessignon once more. He can pull it back. Sessignon blocked it. Work from corner. As this pressure continues. Hoops with it's in the sting that was called it. Here's the ball for it. Hit Sessignon. The Spurs tried to get it across the box. It's not the last touch. Says turn potential border into goal kick. Turns straight. He's directing some traffic from his technical area. Spurs. We've had 4 shots in the second half. Twice as many as they had in the only first. She wanted them to fit on target. He's got in. Thin. Resist. It won't be. Under the halfway line, the Spurs have won it back. Squidberg gets in a challenge though. Which means that Sim can get the ball back to Leto. This tier at 30 points dead, so played on the top, but Wally, you take it all to it. It's a great German quartet though. Really good tackle. Kurtz gets in. Struggling a bit on him, might have done away from him. That's it by the Dutchman. Did a few more of those tackles before the end of this game. Tete did well. He's out to throw. Tete's family relocated to the Netherlands during the most big war of independence. which is how he came to be a Dutch citizen. Belfred Silva's then made a couple of changes. Soon enough to the changes are needed. It was Smith Rowe is one of those on the sideline waiting to come on. Here's Ron Sessignon. He won't be, but he's said nothing by third. Val is having a good ball. Kunis is striding forward again. Pedro Porro to put it in from the right. Here's a shot under the bell. And though from Single. Another sweeping and some Spurs. Pedro Perron. Not thirsty to proceed in this off. Dip Samuel shot was deflected wide by Henderson. So well be a corner. Again from the match to be taken by Curtis. And Phil they'll kick this one right on top of Leno once again. But what team this one John? Hey. That's not it was him. Clarence. He fell back header. It was big score. It's so aim. Still Spurs come though. And then Woolley. Oh. Reached the byline. Libobo. Team bets included. Envious Ferris this Nick Doggy. He's seen your good. Snipping away from the challenge. Another more on your left. One Spurs disband. Right here to the end. Yes, there's Poran. Moran tries a shot. Surfs it your. Beldish. Another cross comes in. In on by Kudis to the the penalty area. It's no extender. Great side. Well, I think speaking is they put something off the line. Here, thing of it, sees. Sends yourself what the end is defensive duties. Burnvale thought he'd stalled him. He hit Juver and it was perfectly placed. Shed them years the line. Listen, that's it. Brett the centre forward. Then Josh Toon is coming off. Be replaced. Weston Toon. It is to a bit of a problem. He's swinging back to the right leg. King is off as well. 3 substitutions at the mid. Although there were just 2 in the end. So Smithman, you choose back from suspension. Pitch looking to stiffen that midfield. Smith Rowe perhaps looking to give a bit of creative thrust. Smith doesn't pick the ball up again. Pitch. Yes, he still is tackling. Well, Smith Rowe's first touch as well. See back to Leno. So as to sorted. Halfway line, Van de Ven. Heads it into the path of destiny, Doggy. Doggy. Van de Ven once more. Squares it down so. Here so to Porro. Porro to Kunis on this right touchline. You think you get the better of this battle with Sessignon. Still miss this backwards though. Well, will take the throw. So against Kerr, back to Porro once more. Hitch comes in from Suwobi. One looking to stand strong. But Tottenham coming on strong. 69 minutes almost on the block at the TottenhamHotspurStadium. 1-2. Tottenham. So this goal is here. The ball level, the left hand touchline. Running in field is Sitwell. Seymour. He's stitching up it out there. This attention there. Seymour game. Over Wildy. Shelby Seymour once more. Quite influential in the few minutes since he came on. Third now. Tip that to Van de Ven. Really deeper indeed, but this is the problem. Trying it out. Easy. variable with this Steve Doggy. That's fully the ball. First a dead ball line. Yeah. See Wildby, but he can't control it. There's a back in possession. Speeds you about 3 yards quicker than they did at half time. In the first half, rather. And so, steepen up their play. You never had a shot in the second half of any sort. Goes about 8, 2 on target. Where gets another ball in. Moving it away in. It's under plenty pressure now. They appeal from Kudas. And in by Benson Carden. What's up with the base? Moving it up from Ingeberg. Hitch if far post, but pitch slightly underneath the ball. But it's becoming a siege. English being goal here at the TottenhamHotspurStadium. The speeds of a late waste to it. Sums up. It's 1 goal to the results. It's 2 in the first half. Thickness is out jumped. There's nothing for our thing in this game. They to the halfway line. This new pitch. You pitch to Teto. Teto lofts your ball over the top. If it is, takes it on his chest. Under lost it by the event. I think it was so bad that there's ended up off the pitch. It's just a good share as it leave me at that. Spurs play on. Spidey sort of be dead and cur. The lights are doing this. You must took Wobie. You pitched down. He did some passes together. Bessie up to this near touchline. You won't be. Wobie back to Bessie. Bessie blows it seaward. Sit the bird. Sit on the touch. Played into midfield. Given away by Fulham. Barely there. Third lofts it out towards the left hand side. Play forward. And then swing back on it to Seymour. Skips through to Leto. Well, with me, that did this contest, Spurs. Certainly threatening to do so now. Spurs stands to crestfallen at half time. Beginning to believe they might yet get something out of this game. Some Thibault seeing to the left that spot. Giving this heads into the path of Santa Bird. It's a good beat for a bin. Let's see it, you're running forward. Gets to something that Bindle's hearing. Yeah, that bench support. Lays it inside to Smith Road. Red turns on it. He put it over the shot. Then chips it weight off it and just dwindled through to the Galleria. Thick pay with that. The limited sides of the Spurs style in the second half. It's indeed a very rare sighting. Importantly is at the other end of the pitch. Hey, Leno. It's where to come somewhere out on the full night. We had thought you said of this. It's first, the Premier League is chance here to toe Arsenal. Let's see the game there. Arsenal to win at Stamford Bridge would be any Jamoon speed out of sight, really. Jimenez to 1v. It's near touchline. It is Smith Rowe. But it's up again. He's particularly deep position so far, Smith Rowe. Let's see. Miss Pepsi Leno appears low. It spares her off. Then so bench the one under no pressure, but only finds only 2-1 only to Betsy. She just said the bird. Comes in away from the challenge of Benson Kerr. Giving away again, no 30 holding into the ball anymore. Too deep and in weary. Yes, it's an over there. Wide now. Should see well. Control that one though. It's Not over this outside shot. It's a throw to third. Nothing in there. Still hit. This game, 2 goals to 1. He's got just under 15 minutes of normal time to play. But we'll see another Spurs substitution. That's a size. Getting fit and ready. For Diviners here to go. I think the France went up against the notes again. Frustrated by that. Cheat to Spurs. You could really by then, so it's just Gobi. To do so once more. On the halfway line. Second half, Pedro Porro. Windy to the shore. Is Jeremy Seymour quite deep to receive the goal in it, so previous on this right flank getting if Sessignon in 10 minutes, so Simeon Vincent tackling forces Curious to do that to that, so almost on the centre spot. Turns it left to the end of them. Here's Odebear. Bear. Swing one in, left footed. As far as Doggy. Shot on the turn from Seymour is blocked. Seymour Mitchell is still running wide. He sits from Seymour, which the referee didn't like. So he's a free kick to him. Standing there, the Spurs attack. Because Val is going to be substituted. Instead of taking that half minutes remaining, here is the crowd. Redwall did me for quite gradually the second half. He comes off and Pepe Netzasau comes on. Place in for the last 13 and a half minutes. Villain. And the seed is 1 out. If that's the way win of the season. That's enough from free kick though. Might open the sort of touch line for a throw to Spurs. Check they've got better than that sort of if they're going to see this game to safety. Moreover, another throw. Shoot the halfway line. And someone to throw it to. She'd be a bit of a locker in here, to be said. He throws it short in the end to Saar. Confirmed to Porro. Invincible Seal. This is a particularly good one. As did Migadic briefly. There was done to Iwobi. It's a good deal from Iwobi. To Chukwueze. Won't be much more in the list. Edward Smith Rowe. Chukwueze. Across the box. Ops a handball one. Well, it is surely a ridiculous that. So that's a great shit in the third those. Did you hear me talked? It's ridiculous because he means badly into the net. Wouldn't have killed it anyway. Just too far ahead of it. Soon morning sticky there its own. He's done it in the book. It's his secret thing in the season. Right now, that felt tonight. For a limit is that was his best moment. Spurs, I'm thinking with Seymour. Just to the keep end of then. Squares it down so and runs it away to his 18-yard box. The C. Buenos Smith Rowe. Still to Kudos. Snap these at the tackle. See the throw in Spurs' holes. Then so. And then shows the game down. For you think to do that, there's only 11 beats left. Listing throw 2-1. Instead the Doggy. See the third touch one. That's the key there to then. Then the bed to dead, so. Don't search to Porro. Porro, the right hand touch line. Sar's got to wade in. When you get a ball in from your right, he does so. Step wide, you're feeling Edison. He was well positioned. Since now, on this near side, the Spurs. Just in the sense that we were creating a little. Make another substitute. I said a few minutes ago that Wadesy was looking tired. Step away. Was the occasion. And we're going to see the Brazilian William Kevin into the fray. Deep give them an out ball, of course, when his face down the flank and drowning into the channel. Izzy says with him. There's Stevie Thickney, rather chance in the first half that gone away. Yeah, costs Veep some points. Things 3-0 up at that point. I think they've gone on to win comfortably. Dancer with the long throw. And the press the goal. Schultz for Spurs. Short. Look, you're just worried. Oh, Cullen, nearly. For cheeky that deal. Mastering initial effort. His teammates have been stuffed. Stefany Donny has the first shot. His fast blinked. I only thought he would try the back heel. Was far away. Very close. Spurs fans fed in theirs again. Seen him survive. They got thrown. It's inside the Spurs half. Simeone was close enough then to Marco Silva for just whispered something in his ear. Chip merged with over the head. Went the ball forward. What is it again? No. Wire throw. The two spell was about to be thrown into the action. The last 8 minutes or so. Didro Porro is taking us around just inside the Spurs half off the chest of Kunis. He was to go to Van and taken away from Jimenez. The fell side did Jamie Seymour. Seymour has a back heel. Relief that they saw doesn't work. Smith Rowe gets a foot in. To Wobie now. Wobie forward to Jimenez. The dead so because and failed. She's no fail for the challenge as well. He's Finn forward again. There is Kedden for the first time. Steps inside Porro. Devin throws a shot. Each deflects. Excellent once, twice. Well, this occasion, shot the first half from Billy Tete. With the fliptures take pace off the goal. It's easier for Macario to claim it. And to start Spurs leaning forward again. The clock is beginning to be against Spurs. Seeing the 1-0 back once more. Maybe it's a tick to enter. Smith Rowe goes to the run on the left inside. Fresh John's Benton Kerr. That's a sale. Well, the Spurs bad. That's a kicking. It's a weird thing. See what's picks to clear boards. Hinderless of him. Well, at least the test if you got the ball, we forward the other ball. And we said Spreeling, so very easy to bring on to run forward with pace. Take pressure away from the defence. We for free kicks in attacking positions. This one is about 6 yards outside the box to the left. Some of the send distance through the dyno. Cecil is round the ball. This is Cecil Lukic. Rear beat Lukic is right, sir. And Cecil's left. To put him all in the box. It's Lukic. He goes low. The near post. Made by Spurs for a throw to Fulham. 10 yards inside the Spurs half. Well, Matisse Tell is coming on the Destiny Doggy. So the defender off the tacker on. Choice really for strength. This thing out of this game. So he's running up for him. This for sure. Shifts and throws the ball up the line. Jimenez, but it's over his head. Self the goal pick, which Dario runs to be able to take. She's in short for the men. They're dead, so to Porro to get someone Porro. He runs it around the 18-yard box. Seems to go to land of in. Cario dead, so once more he can approach the halfway line. Short pass from, let's say, Sarr, and would serve it to Denso. Rich demand of in to the left-hand touchline, swept forward by Odegaard. Or two Odegaard. Odegaard rolling to Joachim Anderson, and he witnessed the corner. Direct play by Odegaard. The flirt there. Still trying for Spurs. Offering out tonight, stripping on the time. Here at TottenhamHotspurStadium. It was 1-2. Being scored again. Then to third is one of those in presence. They can save 7. In comes the corner. Swung in. Penny Tete then to wide. To the Premier League. Coming again. Dangerously, but O.H. Squidward takes hold of the ball. Good upset. It's the shape of the shoulders. It'll be Bessie. Throws the ball out to Dividis. Just played it over the halfway line and too far ahead of Kevin. For throw on this near side. Which Edge Kerr is looking to take. Seemed like he did another change, added to Wallaby to give way. Once for Stenya. Getting in Leicester. Take his place. Stark. Schliff Windman. To Stadia. With the defensive move, well, attacking one, and you can understand that. It's them trying to play this first away win of the season. Porro. Blow the ball in. He's looking for movement. There's a lot of free for him. Shent, let's say so. The halfway line. They off this bit though. Or Stidham forward to Jimenez that. So then that twist goalkeeper. And the men. Once more, 2.5 minutes to go. Little stoppage time. Not substitutions in the second half, so you get 4 or 5 minutes, I would think, at the very least. Shevit played there. Spinning Curtis. Be a free kick to Fulham. So big go outside their penalty area. Just the last of the thing to area as well. Slightly adjusted the position of the ball. It's a few more seconds off the clock. He comes. Knows it low. Into the left-hand channel. Spurs bring the first 2 beams though. Slick home was to the into from the back then, but again Stewart well let it go. This to run the right-hand touchline, but he's run off pitch. Just someone doing for his throw to Fulham. Spurs 1, Fulham 2. 90 seconds, just stoppage time remote into the dome. It's French, one with White of Sulis, focusing in 7 matches. 7 deads this season. 6 in a row without a win. Good. Not those stats are good. Pedro Porro. Kick to Spurs. Had their own laugh though. It's the final minute of movement time. So surely it's row, the Spurs. Porro to look in now he has to take again. Referee at Wells not entirely happy. There he is. Giving his dot. Just over half a minute at all the times he does. Porro. converted to do so and almost turns into trouble. You've said he's fit row a chance to get a yard closer as a blobs the forward pass. So Spurs still stuck in their left back area. Smith Rowe gets in the way again. It's a pass forward. And there's left for a throw once more to Spurs. Starting again out with Van der Ven. Leading the charge towards the halfway line. To find out how many minutes of stoppage time there will be. We're waiting for the ball. So there's 2 more minutes. Being enough to Spurs. Philistines with a minute to sit Wagner. Is Porro the halfway line. The Kudus. Left side. Porro makes it is. Probably game for a third time. Pushes into the penalty area. It's too long. The Del Cape. The stuck with his better crosses in the second half. Did pretty well in the second period, Pedro Porro. Wasn't a great contribution. This is for his trial now again. Finally up for Leno. The delay in the restart. Niz. Standard booking in the season for the Leno. Big senior, don't keep right-footed. Halfway line, headed that way. That's a Saar. They've got Pip Anderson. England 2. In this case, under the top try for Roger Spurs. Taken by Dan, so wide towards Kudus. 2 players challenge him. Kudus wins the throw. Hits it for Pedro Porro. No screw the 2 wood. Also needs it for dead, so he did so. The ship would be will try a little longer. Super out to get it right into the heart of the penalty area. It's headed away anyway. Kudus swings it over towards the right hand side. Stadium, this is his tackle. Tete doesn't miss his. Still rates it. Well, it's getting chance to be a third by Tete. Worse that he won the ball personally. It's a free kick to right, it's a throw. It is a throw. For a minute, a foul had been given against him. What he was protesting was he'd got it off the Spurs player. Said that we're going to get this throw, but it is a throw for Spurs. It didn't, so throw into the penalty area from there. He does so. Another flat, headed away by Joachim Anderson. Libena out to Erdogan was by last then. Gabby Siegel showed a bit of once more. And forward, and Moquette by Benson Kerr. What been running clear with Sessa Nukic. He couldn't have been done. It's going to run. Chetty Siegel plays a real up and under towards Kudus. Kudus doesn't win. Chipper probably been successful in low. Brings it back to Spears. The back hill. The wood is Cecilio. Cecilio spins it across the pitch. Gibraltar Jimenez. Set respell. He is after the ball. This Tete running forward under pressure. Wins a free kick. The Kalanoali who will be booked. It's a silly challenge from Abouani. There's any freak that's given away now. Just take time off the clock. But we're in the last minute of only onside. Still speaking with the citizen. For the Frenchman. They'll have a free kick. And it threatens of shooting. He does their remotion in. Leaves better centers beside it. Yes, still sitting on it. He can go into the more lemming noise. So anything else they've got planned for this evening? There'll be a few breaks in one of the local stories to Harold Vassouros. Gimeno. He'll see him from mid. Reverend body. Padkalin. By Vittoria. Walden Hill. In this gets a challenge in. So, yeah, so. Daddy Desol, it's. We've got red for his islands. I mean, look at them, yeah. Tips, 2-6 in the air. It's like one of the season for Fulham. It's neat again that the TottenhamHotspurStadium for Thomas Frennet. me if there was a honeymoon, big red. But the Thomas Frank, I think he's past that now. There's really, sorry you're staying away in the first 7 minutes in the match. Then he chance on his shot, gets swept again, steps near Gilby. But then 2 minutes later, Barry Wilson taking the advantage of a Cottagers for Philippi to Vicario to squeak a second into the empty net. In the men's tackle, but Shen took what is he prevented it before up to it. Spurs were after the break. Tunis's shift staying in Pele beyond Leonard. Anything friendly the second half. One of the is Teddy Abdu'l Spurs did a shot. The Teddy Burke did a evening and Cooper said what he called it. The Spurs didn't really a brilliant opportunity to study the point. So no from low that Tottenham you were not so good tonight and Flem who say but it's great to attend with 3 points the first time this season. Spurs 1 on 2 thanks to your company. See you then.